Alright, just making another quick video. I've come across, when I first got the Dragonborn DLC, I came across a lot of problems with the animations. Floating up to the top of the tower, the Wizard's Tower, Tel Mithrun, didn't work. I'd click on float up and it would go to a third-person cam for just like 2 seconds, and then snap back to first person. I'd still be at the bottom. I'd have to use the console and turn off clipping so I could fly up to the top. Riding dragons, I'd get on the dragon and I'd be standing in a T-pose. If you don't know what a T-pose is, stand up with your legs together and stick your arms out to the side so that they're level with your shoulders. That's a T-pose. Animators use that as a point of reference in motion capture. Anyway, so I'd be stuck on a T-pose on a dragon. Using the black books, the animation wouldn't be complete. A tentacle would come out, wrap around my neck, and that's it. I'd be transported in there, and that was fine. But the game basically would break near the end of the storyline. I don't want to ruin it for those who haven't gotten that far in the Dragonborn DLC, but there's supposed to be a point when you need to speak to the skull concerning this whole matter. You have to convince the skull to do something for you. Hopefully I'm not giving too much away. But there's supposed to be an animation event that happens, and it would never trigger, and the game would stop there for me. So again, I'd have to use the console and advance the quest by advancing the stage in the quest in order to get past it. So then I would get to the last area on the last quest, the Summit of Apothrica, where we have to fight Miraak. And the fight would go well until it gets to the end of the fight. And again, I don't want to break it for those who, I don't want to ruin it for those who haven't gotten there, but again, an animation is supposed to happen at the end of the battle, which then triggers an event and you can finish the story. That wouldn't happen. If I had used the console to get to that point, Miraak would disappear, as is part of what's supposed to happen, and he would never show up, and I'd be locked in combat and he's gone, and again I'd have to use the console to advance the stage in the quest, which of course screwed me out of the final reward, the big huge reward, which I don't want to ruin for those again. I don't want to spoil it for those again, but there's quite a huge reward at the end of the Dragonborn DLC. Anyways, so I looked online and I searched, and for the first few weeks I found nothing to really help me out. And then someone said, well, why don't you get FNIS? And I was like, I've never even heard of FNIS. I guess it's one of these mods that maybe not quite as popular. What the mod is supposed to do is allow you to change the idle animations, essentially force new idols onto characters. You can force it onto yourself. They come in the form of a spell, but that's really not what's important. You can install FNIS and not use it, and it will fix your problem. So here I am inside the game with the Steam Workshop, and I have the Nexus page up instead. Shh, don't tell Steam. So here you go. Forces new idols in Skyrim, FNIS, by 4. In the latest version that they have here, this one, 3.4.1, install this, get this for the spells. I highly recommend using the Nexus mod manager, which they have under files somewhere. Mod Manager, here you go, right in front of me. Download Mod Manager, it's free. You'll need to make a Nexus account. They're free, don't worry, no big deal. Anyways, get that, install this, use the Nexus Mod Manager. There's great tutorials on YouTube and documentation that's provided that explains how to use Mod Manager. this fellow here has quite a good step-by-step right up here on how to use FNIS. He goes through how to install it, first-time users, so you see he's got quite a write up here. There's an application that you need to run, generate fins or FNIS for users, exe. What this does is this goes in and changes a lot of the animation files. Also, when it runs, if you have any other mods installed that can conflict with the Dragonborn DLC or conflict with fins, or FNIS, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right, FNIS, fin, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, this thing. When you run this application, this orange F here, this thing, generate FNIS for users exe, if you follow the directions, it'll come up and it will list warnings for any files that might be causing conflicts, any animation conflicts, and it will tell you what you should do. In my case, I had one file that it said was causing a conflict, and it said I should delete this file. So what I did is I backed up the file, and then I went in and I deleted it, and I installed then I ran FNIS again, and when I loaded up Skyrim after running all of this, all the animation issues were fixed. I could float up the top of Tel Mithra, ride dragons no problem without looking like this weird wooden T-pose thing. The stuff with the shaman in the Skull Village worked, the stuff with Mirak worked, stuff with Hermaria Morris worked, everything worked. So if there are those among you out there watching this that are having the same issues, this worked for me. I'm not saying this is gonna work 100% for everybody, but it worked for me. I use a lot of mods in my game. I think I'm up to around 52 mods, at least, that I'm running. Not a lot of them are like huge things. I mean, a lot of them are just like lighting and textures and you know, armors and stuff like that. I have a few of them that are like animation and behavior changes, but other than that, it's mostly cosmetic mods. So if you're in the same boat as I am, if you're not using a lot of seriously game-changing stuff, just a lot of cosmetic things, then this might fix it for you. Worth a shot. I will post the link to this mod in the video description. So if this worked for you, then great, you know, leave a comment. If this didn't work for you and you found another solution, then please post a comment as well. You know, there might be a lot of people that are in the same issue. As of yet, Bethesda hasn't released a fix for this. I think they're still trying to figure out what's causing it. Hopefully they'll have something soon, an official patch. But in the meantime, this might do it. Alright, thanks for listening. Like the video if it helped you. If it didn't help you, like it anyway. Talk to you later. Bye.